We will be covering climate change and how it has affected our oceans. The Arctic is warming at a faster rate than the rest of the world due to the albedo effect, which is how much energy is radiated or reflected. The ocean has a low albedo, but ice has a high albedo. With the ice albedo effect, as more ice melts, the ocean sea levels are rising, exposing more land and water to having lower albedos, therefore absorbing more heat and leading to further warming. A UN article states that the ocean has absorbed 90% of the heat generated by rising emissions.
Another one of the effects of climate change would be ocean acidification. The ocean absorbs carbon dioxide from burning fossil fuels. Carbon dioxide dissolves in seawater, changing pH of water, leading to acidification. This affects oceans all around the world. It also impacts marine ecosystems, and it could have long effects on the environment. And to combat these effects, we need sustainable practices. Another one of the effects would be the marine heat waves, leading to coral bleaching and reef degradation. Another impact would be ocean deoxygenation, declining oxygen levels in the ocean, which is driven by climate change and human-caused factors. And as the ocean absorbs more heat, they become less capable of holding oxygen, which can lead to dead zones. Regarding dead zones, the marine dead zones is where there is no oxygen in the water. Oxygen levels are so low, marine life cannot survive or thrive there due to the extremely low oxygen concentration, which is caused by excessive nutrient pollution.
The warming of the ocean affects all aspects of our world, but it is mainly detrimental to animals whose skeletons and shells rely on calcium carbonate. The main groups that are affected by this include clams, mussels, crabs, and corals. Since they are at the bottom of the food chain, this affects everyone because it trickles up the food chain. This also will affect local economies that rely on fishing and affect the food supply. Global warming becomes worse by hindering the ocean's ability to absorb CO2. And warming oceans produces demonic acid, which risks human health when shellfish have a buildup. This changes the lasting impact on marine biodiversity and makes our oceans less diverse. The biggest solution we can do is reducing our fossil fuel usage. The ocean buffers a lot of the human climate change, and it captures 90% of generated heat by emissions. The ocean also generates 50% of the oxygen we need and absorbs 25% of carbon dioxide emissions, and it is known as the world lungs because of how much oxygen it produces and how much it absorbs. We need to protect our oceans by establishing marine protected areas that limit and prevent overfishing. We can protect ocean ecosystems and shield humans from the effects of ocean warming and save the planet by doing this.